Hello, on the 5th of November 2022, this 64-year-old man by name Ojo Joseph set his five stepchildren on fire in their bedroom while they were sleeping because they acted as a hindrance to his sexual relationship with their mother. This crime all took place in Ondo State of Nigeria. Guys, let's get into this crime story. Mr. Ojo Joseph is a tree feller or a saw machine man who cut trees for a living. He had been married 4 times, and out of the 4 different marriages, he had 10 children. And all his 4 different wives respectfully divorced him. Immediately after the divorce, he became single and lonely, always in a state of solitude. So he decided to go out again and look for another companion. This time he fell in love with a woman who had already had 5 daughters from another man. So he married her and became the stepfathers of these 5 daughters. On a daily basis, him and his newly married wife will always have verbal altercation. And his stepdaughters, whom he was taking care of, will always meddle in favor of their mother and insult him. That pissed him up, and that made him so angry because he did not understand why he should be spending his money on a daily basis to provide food allowance for the 5 stepchildren. At the end, each time he has a quarrel with their mother, they join their mother to insult him. According to his confession, each time he quarrels with their mother, they always pick up objects and shoot it at him. Up to the extent when things get physical with his wife, the children will always pick up objects and hit him very hard. So he was so frustrated with them. It was on the fateful day of the 4th of November 2022 when he came home and gave his wife 600 naira for food allowance to buy food for the family for the day. But his wife refused to accept the money by saying that it is not substantial enough to feed everyone in the family. So later on that night, he told his wife he does not have anything on him. 600 naira is enough for her to buy food for the family for the day. But she said that money is not substantial. Later on, he came in the evening back to the house, but there was no food for him. Instead, his wife said the 600 naira was just enough for her to prepare food for her and the newly born twin, which she has just given birth to, and the 5 stepchildren of Mr. Ojo Joseph. Ojo Joseph then proceeded to ask his wife for sexual intercourse, but she refused to let him touch her. His stepdaughters came over and started quarreling Mr. Ojo Joseph. So Mr. Ojo Joseph was so pissed off, he couldn't take it no more. It was on the 5th of November 2022, around 3 a.m. very early in the morning. While the 5 stepdaughters were sleeping on their bed, Mr. Ojo woke up that evening or that night, went to the room where he keeps his working objects, pulled out his engine saw, removed the petrol inside the engine saw and put it in a container, then went straight to where the 5 stepchildren were sleeping in their room, poured the petrol upon them. Then he struck the match and set his entire 5 stepdaughters on fire on their mattress while they were sleeping. Before he did that, he made sure his twin children, which his wife had just given birth to, were far away from the inferno. The eldest daughter felt the heat from the fire and woke her sisters up. And by the time they could try to get out of the room, they were all caught up in flames. And their mom heard them crying, screaming in agony. She ran and came, but there was so much petrol on the floor. As she stepped on the petrol and tried to pull out the younger one from the bed while the fire was going on, her entire feet caught fire. So she pulled back and ran out of the room. While she was running out of the room, she saw her husband standing at the door of the parlor. She asked her husband, "Are you the one who have set my children on fire?" He started shouting at her. Neighbors tried to save the situation to stop the fire, but to no avail. The 7-year-old daughter, who is the youngest of them all, by name Tayo Akinfolarin, was burned beyond recognition, while the second youngest, by name Ahana Akinfolarin, did not make it to the hospital, and she was just 10 years old. And the third youngest, by name Tope Akinfolarin, died 3 days while receiving treatment in the hospital. Out of the great ordeal, just 2 of the sisters were saved, by name Busola Akinfolarin and Tomi Akinfolarin. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section of what you think about this crime case. Now, I want to talk about, the mother of the stepchildren. Why would you first of all marry a man who had been married 4 times and had 4 divorces and had 10 children out of the 4 different marriages? If the women in his life, the 4 women didn't stay, They left him. It's so clear that he is a problem. It makes it so clear that he's a problematic husband. Now let us cross over to the mother of the stepchildren. You've already had 5 children. What will cause you to marry a man who has been divorced from 4 different marriages and had 10 children? What will cause you to marry? I know as a woman you want companionship. You want to wake up every morning and see a man by your side. Yes, it is nature. This is normal nature calls which occur in our lives. But at least she should have used wisdom that I already have 5 children. There is no need for me to marry a man who has got 10 children and had 4 divorces in his life. Guys, that is what I have as my analogy for this crime case. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'd like to get your thoughts down in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you all, but know Jesus Christ loves you more. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.